Okay, so here's our current state of affairs. We have landing gear assembled and ready to go. I have the machine guns painted, ready to install, and the pitot tube painted and ready to install. None of which are we going to put on at this point. We're going to get our weathering done first so we don't risk breaking any of that stuff off, and we'll do the propeller last. So we're going to start by I'm going to start by weathering this olive drab wing surface here. And to prep for that, I am getting out my low odor mineral spirits, or white spirits, some people call it. And I'm just going to use just enough to basically wet the bottom of this cup. I don't need hardly anything of this. Okay. And I've got a couple old brushes. We're going to use this old brush here, and we'll use this one here. These are a pretty rough shape, but they're perfect for what I'm doing here. So I've got my fine line. I'm not going to use the brush that came with it. I'm going to use this one instead. It's a pretty fine brush. So we're going to start here, and I'm not going to show you all of the weathering on this. I've done this before in some of my other videos, but just a little recap here of how we're going to do this. So I'm just going to take my fine line and I'm just going to run it along these panel lines, and it'll wick in some areas. Get enough of it'll wick right around. And don't worry about this excess that I've got on here. That's what the white spirits are for. We're going to hit all these panel lines on here. It looks like it's wicking around there, but I'm still just going to follow these lines around. We're going to hit them all. Access panels and everything. Aileron, this joint here, the hinge point, trim tab. Okay. I'm going to hit all of it. I did go ahead and get the wingtip lights installed, as you can see here. Blue on the right, red on the left. If you ever forget which one goes where, guy told me a long time ago, says the way you remember that is red is on the left, and port has 4 letters in it, left has 4 letters in it. So if you ever have a hard time remembering what side is port and starboard, just remember left is port, 4 letters each. Ever since I was told that, I haven't forgot it. Alright, so now I'm just going to barely dampen this wider brush in the white spirits, and then I'm going to brush these lines until I get them looking the way I want them to look. And this might take a little bit of work to get them really where you want it. Looks like kind of a mess right now, but we'll get her there. And you just keep brushing until you got it right where you think it looks good. If you go too far, don't sweat it. You can always add it back in. didn't go far enough, that's okay. Just keep brushing. Okay. We're just trying to age this panel a little bit so it looks a little more realistic. Streak this back a little bit. Do the same thing here. We'll see if we can streak it back a little. And it really looks rough while the white spirits are on there until they dry out, you know. Starting to come around here a little bit. We want it. We're just going to keep streaking. And this is a matter of taste. To be quite frank with you, you know, you can look at all kinds of photographs of these aircraft and try to duplicate what you might see. And you know, that's what I try to do, but when it comes to this point, it really comes down to a matter of taste and what you think looks right. And this does not look good down by this flap here. So we're going to work that area some. It's a little bit too heavy and we'll call it chunky looking. We don't want chunky looking. Look at that little walkway pad. And now mind you, this has been clear coated. I use this has the Vallejo Air olive drab on it, and then I use the Vallejo clear coat. That's white. This one here specifically I used, and the white spirits has no effect on this stuff at all, so you don't have to worry about taking the paint off. Just don't get crazy and start scrubbing. But if you're just doing this, you won't have any problem at all. All right, let's let that dry out a little bit. See how that turns out, and let's put some accent on the aluminum wing panel here. Get that going. Following pretty good. Whoop. Brush decided to release quite a bit there all at once. I pushed a little bit hard on it and she all came out at once, but that's okay. We can handle that.
So at this point here, I am working on doing the exhaust staining, and I just pulled a random darker brown color off of my shelf, Vallejo Air again, and sprayed the base coat down, and then I went back with black and sprayed down the center of it, give it sort of a two-tone effect. Here I'm installing the ID lights, and I've used a dab of silver paint in the bottom of the well as a base coat, and then went over it with Tamiya clear red, and then I used clear blue, and I used some Testors amber for the yellow, and then installed the lenses over top of all that. One thing to note, these ID light lenses are very, very tiny. And in fact, I lost one, could not find it. But fortunately, this kit had 2 sets of clear sprues in there, so I had some extras. So everything turned out all right. Machine guns painted, and at this point, I'm currently fitting those into the wing. I had to do a little trimming on one of the guns. It stuck out considerably farther than the other ones. I'm assuming maybe there was some flashing or something inside the hole that I didn't notice before assembling the wing. Otherwise, pretty straightforward with that. Here I got the mechanisms installed for the inner gear doors. Now it's time for the propeller. So the blades are sprayed with just some basic Vallejo Air flat black primer, nothing special there. The hubs have been already sprayed using all-clad aluminum. I believe I used dark aluminum on those, along with the spinner or the hub, front hub. The propeller that comes with this kit is a multi-piece, it's not a one-piece. And personally, I don't like these because it can be challenging to get the blades all at the right angle. They're sort of like notched internally in the hub, so they self-align with the pitch, but it doesn't always work out the greatest. You can still twist them around and move them, and if you're not careful, the blades will droop while they're setting up. This is not my favorite type of propeller to build, but it turns out okay. You just gotta watch what you're doing and mind it until the glue is set enough so things don't droop. Okay, here we got some finished photographs of this project, which is now complete. And don't forget, if you like these videos, please like and subscribe, tell your friends, click that notifications button down below, and don't forget to always, please, keep your fingers out of the glue.